Hey Junli, Neville here from Snowboard Addiction. Sorry for the delay on your video analysis. This one popped away on me and I only just saw that you were waiting on a reply. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to watch through your videos. I've actually already watched them, but I want to watch through them once here and then we're going to talk about the 3 different clips that you sent. So we're working on frontside 540s. Let's start with watching it through. Here we go. Frontside 540s. First one. Second one, and the third one. Okay. Now, I'm going to start off by talking about some good things and some bad things. So, it said that issues that you want to fix. In the last 180, the spin, my upper body is lagging behind my lower body. I have to swing my arms and counter rotate to finish the 540. Now, that there is not too much of a problem. Whether you finish a frontside 540 with rotation or with counter rotation really depends on how much rotation you have. So what I mean by that is that if you do a full 360 and you've still got good momentum, you can continue rotation all the way through to land 540. But if you get to about 450 and you need to get that last bit of board, that's when you would actually counter rotate the last bit to be able to get the board to land at 540 degrees. So that part is not too much of a problem. I want to go into some of your other bits and pieces. So if I watch the first one here, the first one, the actual pop you're getting off the jump is quite good, and the rotation you're getting off the jump is quite good. Like you're winding up at the right time, which is there, that's the start of your wind up. You're getting a strong pop out of the lip off the tail of your board, and you're getting a pretty good 540 through the spin. You did hit the knuckle a tiny bit on that one. Now what I'm going to come to is that knuckle there. The biggest part where you're losing speed is right here. Right here, if you can watch that board right now, see how much that board is sliding? You're losing most of your speed on your toe edge setup. Your heel edge is actually okay. See, if we look at this as you go off, boom, you're going off that heel edge. It's very hard to get completely straight. So the amount of edge that you're taking off there is very, very normal. And you're getting a good pop. I can tell that by the board is going up into the air as you do this. So the one thing that you need to work on this is getting a carve on the toe edge where you're not sliding that board. So when I say a carve on the toe edge, you want to be on like a razor's edge, like a knife, where you're on that toe edge, but the board is not sliding. If the board is sliding, that's when it's going to slow you down. Now, if you can get that toe edge carve nicely, you're going to get more speed. You've already got good pop, but you're going to get more speed, which is going to put you into that transition of the landing better. Right on this one here, you kind of just hit that knuckle. If you had another meter of distance, which you would get with a nice toe edge carve, that would give you the perfect speed for this jump, and it will give you a little bit more time to be able to get that 540 round. That'll make a huge difference for you. Now, in general, we could tidy up this carve a little bit more. I feel like it's a little bit more aggressive than it needs to be. So you got the toe edge slide, and then you've got very quick here to the heel edge. You can be lighter on that heel edge. You can be like, see how right now you're kind of light on the edge? You can actually hold that light heel edge the whole way up. Whereas if I go just a tiny bit more, you'll see there you're being more heavy on the heel edge. Light edging on the spin is actually really good for keeping a smooth edge and keeping speed. Now, let's go to your second one, because the second one was the worst of the 3. Now, on the second one, I feel like you just got a little bit off balance. So you actually had a slightly better toe edge here, but still started sliding it right there. So you'll see here, right here, you're on a good toe edge, nice light toe edge, not putting too much aggression into it. But then right here, bam, that's when it starts to slide out. That's when you lose your speed. Now, on the actual jump here, again, you've got this heavy heel edge right here. You can lighten that up. So you can see how much angle the board has right now on the edge. You could flatten that board out, flatten your posture out, keep the weight on top of the board, and just be less aggressive on the heel edge. But this one here, it threw you off balance a bit. So that was the worst one of the 3. Doesn't matter, no big deal. The third one you did was again better. So let's watch the third one in real speed. Now, the third one had the best speed of all three. So if we go to your third one, let's have a watch of it and see what happens on the writing. I'm going to watch it one more time in full speed. As a result of having the better speed, you got the best pop and the best speed on this one of all three. Now let's have a look at the writing. It went really wide, didn't lose as much speed, still lost a little bit. Lost a little bit right there where the border's sliding, but this is a better entry path than your first one. You've been a little bit lighter on the toe edge. You've also been lighter on the heel edge. See this? That was a much lighter on the heel edge than the middle one. The middle one, you got really aggressive and it threw you off balance. This one here, you're lighter. That light edging is helping you. This one here also had the best speed of the three, which gave you a good pop all the way to the landing. Now, one thing that you can work on, and you'll see it here, is that as you're flying through the air here, you're quite extended. If you can learn to suck those legs up, it's going to do two things for you. It's going to make you look even higher, because if you look at where your body is right now, I'll add this little pin, your upper body's going to stay there, but your board is actually going to be up here because you're going to be sucking those legs up. So by default, without getting any more pop or any more speed, you're actually going to look like you're higher in the air, and it's going to give you better style. Better style. Even if you don't grab, having those legs up is going to show control and style in your 5. So being as compact as you can, pulling those legs up. The other thing it's going to do is when you come to grabs, which you are ready for, you're ready to grabs, it's going to be so much easier when you're in that compact position. You don't want to be bending all the way over to those grabs. You want to be sucking up as much as you can and combining that with a little bend. If you haven't started grabbing your 5s yet, you can go back to 360s and you can be like, okay, what grabs can I get on the 360? Can I get a melon grab? Can I get a stalefish grab? Can I get a whittle grab? Can I get an indie grab? See how many different grabs you can get. Then take that to your 540s and start with your favorite grab. So if you're finding that your front 3 melon is your favorite front 3 grab, take that. When you go for your 5, go front 5 melon. And then once you get it, mix it up to different grabs. But sucking your legs up is going to give you that good style and move into grabs and make you look higher. But I would say the biggest thing you need to work on is your entry path. Light calves, trying not to wash out any speed on the toe edge, very light toe edge, rocking to a light heel edge, popping off that lip with good speed, puts you into that transitional landing and sucking up for style. Hopefully this gave you some good pointers on how you can improve the front 5s, and then whether you need to counter rotate or rotate at the end, it really just depends on how much spin you have on that individual one. So on this last one, if we look at it, because you had the most pop and the most speed, you had to do the least amount of counter rotation to be able to land it. And that's just purely how much release you get off the lip will decide whether you need to speed it up or slow it down. If you need to speed it up to finish it, that's when you'll probably counter rotate. If you want to slow it down, that's when you'll probably keep it more as a rotation the whole way through. But that comes in afterthought. Work on the entry path and the sucking the legs up first, and then you'll get that later. Hope this helps. This is Nev Lapwood from Snowboard Addiction. Our goal is to improve your riding.